Hey everyone, thanks for joining us here on GoLocal Live in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Joining me via Skype is a member of Team USA Olympic curler, John Shuster. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me. We have our very exciting news, and we're so thankful that you're here. So, in November, you made history by becoming the first American men's curler to make a fourth Olympic team. You're headed back to the Olympics for the fourth time. Talk to me just a little bit about what that experience was like for you.
um, you know, anytime you get a chance to represent your country, I've gotten a number of those since the time I was like 20 years old. I think my first World Championships was in 2003. It's always an incredible honor, and to think about it now that it's a couple of weeks past, I think to think about it over the big picture is pretty incredible, and I'm extremely proud of of the work that myself and my teammates have put in and put ourselves in an opportunity for me to become an Olympian yet again.
So you've competed in high levels of competition before, whether it's national championships or the Olympics. What does it mean for you to be back competing for Team USA once again?
I mean, it's exactly why we do what we do. For me, it's always going and trying to test yourself and compete against the best in the world. And when you get a chance to do that on the Olympic stage, which is, you know, it's magnified so much because people that aren't necessarily curling fans are watching as well. So you have the entire country and world watching, and it's a huge honor to get a chance to wear the red, white, and blue in that setting.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. So people that probably don't know what curling is will be watching you. That has to be pretty fun to be able to bring attention to a sport that, internationally may or may not have fans. What is that like?
I mean, it's great. We've had the ups and the downs of it. In 2006, when we won our bronze medal, we were bringing curling a lot of times. Somebody's first experience in curling, and the U.S. team won this bronze medal. But then in 10 and 14, we finished 2 and 7 at each of those Olympics, and the ladies teams had similar tough goes of it like our team did. So then you get even the social media age and trolling and that kind of stuff going on. So I've kind of been at both ends of it, but it is an honor to get to share our sport with so many new people, and curling is growing in the United States faster than any other place in the world. So it's exciting times right now.
That's pretty neat, and pretty neat to be able to share that experience and to be able to grow a sport that you're such an integral part of. Like you just mentioned, you were part of the 2006 team that won the U.S. its first Olympic medal in curling. It was a bronze. What was that experience like for you? And now you have an opportunity to head back to the Olympics and earn another medal.
Yeah, winning a medal is something that's completely surreal. There's when it comes to sport, I think it's opening ceremonies of the Olympics and standing on the medal stand are two of those pinnacle moments of sport, especially for us amateur sports that don't have big professional sports with like Stanley Cups for the NHL and the NBA championship, that kind of stuff. So for sure a huge honor, but in the same breath, standing on that podium and having a medal around your neck and having to listen to somebody else's national anthem was definitely some of my initial fuel to try to get back and improve upon that.
Yeah, add a little fuel to the fire, I bet. So you mentioned in previous interviews that your team right now is special. How does this team compare to the other teams that you've been a part of as you head to Pyeongchang?
The thing about this team is a little more similar probably to even our 2016, but even more so is we've had our four guys who are on the ice. Our first time as a foursome on the ice was November of 2014. So that longevity together and the fact that we've taken this whole journey together, the journey from not being selected to get onto our national team when they decided to select it after the last Olympics, to overcoming that and going to a world championship and making a tiebreaker, and then really having that experience in that year get us kind of back onto the national team, and then going from there and getting a world bronze medal the next year and going back to the worlds and getting to the medal round again. it really has been like a huge way for a team to progress over 4 years. And I think I never, I don't think I was ever on a team long enough to understand like what that longevity can do for your team and your dynamic and your ability to win. But I definitely think we're seeing the benefits of that right now.
And so, as you continue to work together, do you think that's going to increase your chances to get up on the medal stand, just being close and close knit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not even necessarily the close knit, but the number of games that our team has been together on the ice now is up in the 400 or 500 range, and that's by far the most games I've ever put together, like on the ice with four players together. And it makes it where you know what each guy needs to bring to the table, and if they're doing that, you like to point it out and make sure that it keeps going. And if it's not happening, you know that what their best personality and characteristics of the team are, and amongst each other, and hopefully can get them back to that point where they can bring their best self to the team.
Yeah, I think any athlete knows that the longer you play with someone, the better you know them on, off, in or out of the game experience. So I think that makes a big difference. So you have a family, and many of them were there for the trials. What was it like for you to share the experience with your family, your supporters, and your children when you made it to when you won that?
My family's always been huge support of everything I do with curling, and that goes all the way back to the beginning. But now having two kids of my own, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a wife, um, I mean, this is our dream together. Not just four of us, but when I leave for tournaments, which we play nearly every weekend all fall. The month of September, I was home for 3 full days and 2 half days. Um,
Wow.
it takes a village, and my mom comes and replaces me, and my wife calls my mother her pseudo husband because she takes my place when I'm gone. So all the sacrifices that we've all made together for this particular goal, that all comes together in moments like that where you realize, for me, even after we had a final series at the end of our trials where we lost game 1 of the series and had to win 2 in a row, and those are things I can dig deep and be like, you know what, this isn't just about something that I've given up or something I've been chasing after. It's something my entire family and support system has given up and sacrificed with that in mind. So makes it truly special that they're able to be there and experience it with me.
My goodness. Do you think that your kids are they old enough to understand the the impact of this and how meaningful it is, or?
I think my 4-year-old is going to be old enough to remember it and understand it a little bit. My 2-year-old for sure not.
No.
However, I think it's experiences like these that when you're a young child and you are part of something like that, I think are going to set really good basis for them, and knowing that you can do something and go after your dreams, and that we have the family support system amongst our family, that everybody will always be there for everything they can to make sure that you have that you have those same opportunities that I'm getting right now.
Yeah, that's pretty special that your family's able to support you and be there for you throughout the process, and neat that you're able to share all those experiences with them. Will anybody be traveling with you as you make your way to South Korea?
Yeah, the whole gang's coming. I have
Awesome.
both of my kids and my wife and my parents, and then we're actually a couple friends that are coming along, and they're gonna help take care of kids during games because my wife and mother and dad are huge game watchers, and the 2-year-old and 4-year-old attention spans don't always make the easiest ability to watch those games. So we'll have some people along that can help with that too, and we have several other friends that are coming out there, and we have a pretty giant crew. Everybody's got family coming, and both for men's and women's teams, and we look forward to being one big Team USA curling crew and family, and yeah, and I'm looking forward to hearing them cheering in the stands for sure.
Oh, that's great. That's incredible. Tell me how your team and Team USA plans to move forward now. What's the strategy? How do you plan on preparing for the Olympics?
We had a schedule that was set basically for the team that won the Olympic trials amongst the national team, if when they did win that. So we have our curling team has 4 events between we play again. We're back on the ice next weekend, and have Christmas weekend off, and we're back on the ice again 3 more times the month of January. And basically, when we're on the ice, we're just trying to make sure that all of our systems and the things that we do on the ice as a foursome are as fine tuned as it can be. And we get our same practice gym time in that we all put in daily, and basically, we're really going to make sure that we're focused between now and then on making sure we get enough rest. So when we get overseas, we're going to Japan a few days before to do some training and kind of get acclimated to the time change. But we're going to make sure that we're ready and rested, and and definitely ready to go come February 10th when I think our competition starts.
Oh, February 10th. We'll mark it down.
It might be after that, but all these dates are all mixed up with that. So don't mark numbers. But it's somewhere in February 10th when we start practicing.
Okay. We'll keep February 10th-ish in mind then. So you obviously have 3 Olympics under your belt. You have one other teammate that has Olympic experience. What do you think? What advice, looking back on your other Olympic experiences, do you think you can give to your fellow teammates and then other first timers that are coming along for the ride?
I think it's just really taking in the atmosphere of the Olympics and enjoying it. But on the same breath, I think some of the things that we maybe got away from or didn't take care of perfectly the last couple times were to really not get overwhelmed by the whole Olympic experience and everything that's going on, all the awesome things they do for you, whether it be getting completely outfitted in all the gear, or the media, that kind of stuff, is to just remember that this is a competition that we're playing, and you take in what you can take in, but at the same breath, make sure you're when we get to the day of a game that we're doing all the things we regularly do to prepare for that day of game.
Excellent advice. Excellent advice. Well, John, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Again, congratulations. I know someone or something over there is a little excited.
Yeah, it's my dog. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Trust me, we are all dog owners here, so we understand. We all understand. So I want to appreciate and say thank you so much here from Providence, Rhode Island, and say good luck and congratulations once again. You have some curling fans here. So please, everyone here on GoLocal Live, hang tight as we get ready to wrap up on the Lifestyle Show.